Welcome to Seniors Money, your trusted source for financial advice and news tailored specifically for retirees. I'm your host, Michael, and today we're diving into a topic that's been making waves across Canada. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has announced a significant one-time payment of $2,400 to retirees through the Canada Pension Plan. This news has sparked excitement, curiosity, and even skepticism among our senior community. In this video, we'll break down the details, discuss who qualifies, and explore the potential impact on your financial well-being. But here's the real question. Is this a genuine effort to support our seniors, or is it a strategic move in the political chessboard? Stay tuned as we unravel this intriguing development, and by the end, you'll have a clear understanding of what this payment means for you and your retirement. Let's get started. Imagine waking up one morning to find an extra $2,400 in your bank account. No, this isn't a mistake or a scam. It's a reality for many Canadian retirees. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has made a bold move, offering a substantial one-time payment through the Canada Pension Plan. But before you start planning that dream vacation or home renovation, there's more to this story than meets the eye. Some are calling it a lifeline for seniors struggling with rising costs, while others see it as a political maneuver. What's the truth behind this $2,400 windfall, and how will it affect your retirement? The answer might surprise you, and it's crucial you know all the facts. Stay with me because in the next few minutes, I'll reveal insights that could significantly impact your financial future. Justin Trudeau's announcement of a $2,400 one-time payment to retirees through the Canada Pension Plan has sent ripples through the senior community. As your trusted advisor at Seniors Money, it's my duty to provide you with a comprehensive understanding of this development. Let's begin by examining the details of this payment and what it means for you. First and foremost, let's clarify what this payment is. The $2,400 is a one-time, lump sum payment being distributed through the Canada Pension Plan (CPP). This is not a permanent increase to your monthly CPP benefits, but rather a single substantial boost to your income. The intention, as stated by the government, is to provide financial relief to seniors who are facing increased living costs, particularly in the wake of the ongoing economic challenges. Now you might be wondering, Michael, do I qualify for this payment? This is a critical question, and the answer varies depending on your circumstances. Generally, the payment is targeted at Canadians who are currently receiving CPP benefits. This typically includes those who are 65 years or older, as this is the standard age when most people start claiming their CPP. However, it's important to note that some individuals may have opted to start their CPP benefits earlier, as early as age 60 or later up to age 70. But age isn't the only factor. The government has also set income-based criteria to ensure that the payment reaches those who need it most. If you're a single senior with an annual income below $40,000, you're likely to qualify. For couples, the combined income threshold is set at $60,000. These figures aren't arbitrary, they're designed to target middle to lower income retirees who are more vulnerable to economic pressures. It's also worth mentioning that this payment is in addition to your regular CPP benefits. You don't have to choose between your monthly pension and this one-time payment. They're independent, meaning you can receive both. This is particularly significant because it doesn't disrupt your regular income stream, but instead provides an extra financial cushion. However, there are some exceptions. If you're a high-income retiree, you might not be eligible. The government's stance is that higher-income seniors have more financial stability and are better equipped to handle rising costs. While this might disappoint some, it reflects the policy's aim to support those most at risk. Another question that's been flooding my inbox is, when will I receive this payment? Patience is key here. The government has announced that the payments will start rolling out in the fall of 2024. I know it might feel like a long wait, especially if you're facing financial pressures now. But remember, this isn't replacing your regular CPP benefits. It's an additional support that's on its way. Now that we've covered the basics, let's dive into the reasons behind this move. Why is Justin Trudeau offering this substantial payment now? The official narrative is clear. It's a response to the rising cost of living that's hitting seniors particularly hard. Over the past few years, we've seen significant increases in housing costs, food prices, and healthcare expenses. For many retirees on fixed incomes, these changes aren't just numbers. They're felt in everyday decisions about what to buy or what to forgo. Take groceries, for example. Statistics Canada reports that food prices have risen by over 10% in the past year alone. That means your weekly grocery bill that used to be $100 is now closer to $110 or more. When you're on a fixed income, that extra $10 isn't just pocket change. It can mean choosing between fresh produce and cheaper, less nutritious options. Housing costs are another major concern. Whether you're renting or still paying a mortgage, many seniors have seen their housing expenses climb. Rent increases in major cities have outpaced inflation, and those with mortgages are grappling with higher interest rates. This $2,400 payment could cover several months' rent increases or help with those steeper mortgage payments. Healthcare is another area where costs are rising. From prescription drugs to dental care, out-of-pocket health expenses can take a big bite out of a retiree's budget. Vision care, hearing aids, and mobility aids are often not fully covered, leaving seniors to bear significant costs. The government's one-time payment could help offset these essential health-related expenses. But there's more to this story than just economic factors. We can't ignore the political context. Justin Trudeau and his Liberal Party have been facing increasing pressure as the cost of living rises. Opposition parties, particularly the Conservatives and the New Democratic Party, (HTE), have been vocal in their criticism, accusing the government of not doing enough to help vulnerable Canadians, especially seniors. The Conservatives, under their leader Pierre Poilievre, have been hammering the government on affordability issues. They pointed to Canada's high inflation rates and argued that the Liberals' fiscal policies, including extensive pandemic-related spending, have contributed to the problem. Poilievre has been touring the country, meeting with retirees and hearing stories of seniors having to make tough choices between heating their homes and buying food. On the other side, the NDP, led by Jagmeet Singh, has long advocated for increased support for seniors. They've been pushing for enhancements to the Old Age Security (OAS) program and have criticized what they see as inadequate increases to keep up with inflation. The NDP's platform in the last election included promises to improve seniors' quality of life through better pensions and healthcare support. So when we look at the $2,400 payment in this light, it appears to be more than just an economic measure. It's a political move. Trudeau is attempting to show that his government is responsive to the needs of seniors, a demographic that votes in high numbers. By offering this substantial one-time payment, he's making a bold statement. We hear you, we understand your struggles, and we're taking action. This political dimension adds layers to our analysis. Is the payment genuine support, or is it a calculated effort to win back senior voters who might be drifting toward the opposition parties? It's a question worth pondering as we approach the next federal election, expected in 2025. The timing of this payment, set to be distributed in fall 2024, is interesting. It will hit bank accounts just months before the anticipated election date, potentially influencing seniors' perceptions as they head to the polls. But let's move beyond politics and focus on what really matters: the impact on your financial well-being. A one-time payment of $2,400 is significant, but how far will it really go? To understand this, we need to look at typical expenses for Canadian seniors. According to data from Statistics Canada, the average Canadian senior household spends about $60,000 per year. This covers everything from housing and food to transportation, healthcare, and leisure activities. Breaking it down, around $18,000 goes to housing, $8,000 to food, $7,000 to transportation, and about $5,000 to healthcare. The rest is divided among utilities, clothing, entertainment, and other categories. In this context, $2,400 represents about 4% of the average senior's annual expenses. It's not a life-changing amount, but it's not insignificant either. If applied to specific areas, it could make a meaningful difference. For example, it could cover about 3 months' worth of food costs or nearly half a year's healthcare expenses. However, it's crucial to remember that this is a one-time payment, not a permanent increase. Once spent, it's gone. This is why financial planning is so important. As I always advise my viewers at Seniors Money, any unexpected income should be approached strategically. Yes, there might be immediate needs that this $2,400 can help with, maybe catching up on bills or making a necessary home repair. But if possible, consider using some of it to bolster your long-term financial health. In this light, the $2,400 payment might offer benefits beyond its dollar value. Knowing that this extra money is coming could provide a sense of relief, reducing stress levels. It's a reminder that help is available, that your concerns are being heard. This psychological boost shouldn't be underestimated. It can contribute to better overall well-being. But as much as this payment can help, it's also important to view it in the broader context of retirement income in Canada. The Canada Pension Plan is just one part of the puzzle. Most retirees also receive Old Age Security (OAS) benefits, and lower-income seniors may qualify for the Guaranteed Income Supplement (GIS). Then there are private sources like employer pensions, RSPs, and personal savings. Justin Trudeau's $2,400 payment is a boost to the CPP component, but it doesn't address potential issues with other income streams. Some argue that OAS benefits, in particular, need more substantial reforms. Unlike the CPP, which is based on your contributions during your working years, OAS is a universal program funded by general tax revenues. Its value is more directly impacted by government policy decisions. Critics, including some senior advocacy groups, argue that OAS increases have not kept pace with the true cost of living for seniors. They point out that the Consumer Price Index, CPI, which is used to adjust OAS benefits, doesn't accurately reflect the spending patterns of older Canadians. Seniors tend to spend more on healthcare, food, and housing, categories that have seen higher than average inflation. There are also ongoing debates about the sustainability of the Canada Pension Plan itself. While the CPP is currently on solid financial footing, thanks to reforms made in the 1990s, some experts warn that longer lifespans and lower birth rates could strain the system in the future. As people live longer, they collect benefits for more years. Meanwhile, with fewer young workers contributing to the plan, there's pressure on its long-term viability. This is where some see the $2,400 payment as a missed opportunity. Instead of a one-time boost, they argue, the government could have used these funds to make structural improvements to the retirement income system. This might have included adjusting the OAS calculation method to better reflect seniors' costs, increasing the CPP replacement rate, the percentage of your working income that the pension replaces, or enhancing the GS to provide more support to the lowest income seniors. Such systemic changes wouldn't have the immediate impact of a $2,400 deposit, but they could offer more substantial, lasting benefits. It's the difference between giving someone a fish and teaching them to fish, short-term aid versus long-term security. Yet we must also acknowledge the government's perspective. In times of economic uncertainty, there's value in providing quick, tangible support. Long-term reforms, while important, take time to implement and even longer to show results. A retiree struggling to pay bills today might not feel the impact of systemic changes for years. The one-time payment offers immediate relief, which has its own merits. In Europe, approaches vary. Germany has a complex pension system that includes both public and private components, and they focused on encouraging private savings rather than one-time boosts. The UK, on the other hand, has a triple lock system that guarantees state pension increases based on the highest of inflation, average earnings growth, or 2.5%. This provides more consistent adjustments but has been criticized as unsustainable. Japan, one of the world's oldest populations, has taken a different tack. Rather than direct payments, they've heavily invested in healthcare infrastructure and community support systems. The idea is to reduce seniors' out-of-pocket costs by providing more services, from medical care to meal deliveries. So Justin Trudeau's $2,400 payment to retirees fits into a global conversation about supporting aging populations. It represents one approach, direct financial aid, in a spectrum of policy options. As the world watches, Canada's experience with this payment could influence retirement policies in other nations. Thank you for joining me on Seniors Money. Your financial well-being is our mission, but as this discussion shows, that extends far beyond dollars and cents. It's about ensuring that your golden years are truly golden, comfortable, dignified, and rich in the respect you've earned. Whether it's analyzing government policies or offering investment tips, we're here to support you every step of the way. Until next time, this is Michael, wishing you financial health and happiness in your retirement journey.